Okay, so hi! As the title says, I'm going to be rating my top 5 weirdest tracks across the Mario Kart franchise. It was a very hard task to narrow it down to 5, since there are a ridiculous amount of playable characters over the games. Remember that this list is subjective, and these are the most interesting characters in my opinion. If you disagree, or think there are weirder characters I haven't included, then that's great. Let me know what you would change about this list. I will not be including characters from the arcade series and tour, as they're not part of the mainline series in my opinion, and otherwise the list would just consist of Pac-Man characters and a pixelated Donkey Kong Jr. If you like the video, please like it, and if you love it, subscribe! I'm a brand new channel, so I could do with all the support I can get at this early stage. I will now shut up about myself and get into the list. I think people forget how odd of an addition Funky Kong was. He was added to Mario Kart Wii, which has the second biggest roster in the series, and truthfully speaking, at least the other characters actually make sense. I mean, perhaps Rosalina may have been a bit of an odd choice to include at the time, as she had only previously appeared in one Mario game. But even still, at least she's actually part of the franchise. Funky Kong is considered the meta in the game, making him the most frequently used character in the game, and so I find people forget how weird he actually was. What makes me think Funky Kong is weird is the fact that he had never previously been introduced to a Mario game, and that there are more prominent Kongs in the series such as Dixie, Chunky, and Cranky. So to include Funky of all the Kongs, and then to make him the most OP character in the entire franchise, is a weird move to say the least. Not complaining though, because Funky Kong is dope as hell. Link's a strange decision for me. I get it, since at the time Nintendo was deciding to be quirky by including non-Mario characters into Mario Kart DLC. But what makes him an interesting character for me is the fact that my guy was from the medieval times. So I'm not entirely sure that Link would drive around Hyrule and use bob-ombs on Ganondorf to save Zelda. But who knows, perhaps there's some Zelda lore I'm missing. Nevertheless, a cool character to add, and I love how they made a Breath of the Wild skin for him too in 8 Deluxe. But he's not supposed to have any idea as to what a vehicle even is. He just rides horses. I digress. He is certainly a unique character, and I'm sure Nintendo are going to continue including him, as they should. I may be going back on my word on this one, as Lakitu is a Mario character, and stupid me has been going on about how the last 2 characters weren't from the same universe. But Lakitu is the freaking guy to conduct the race, so why is he also racing? I find it weird to play as Lakitu and be saved by Lakitu. It boggles my mind a bit. What makes him an even weirder addition to the series was the fact he was added into Mario Kart 7, the game to have no freaking Waluigi for whatever reason. So when you include characters like Lakitu, Wiggler, Honey Queen, and Metal Mario, without even including the distinguished fine young man, it does make you question his presence. It's not only that though, since when has Lakitu ever had a red shell? Exactly, never. So he was certainly interesting to say the least.
Alright then!
Because we really wanted another Peach variation. Pink Gold Peach was never introduced to a Mario game before until Mario Kart 8, and her inclusion was very much questionable. Thing is, I quite like her. Rose Gold is a nice colour, and stat-wise she's nice and heavy, so I can travel a bit faster than Peach. I just don't see the point in her inclusion. Perhaps it was to complement Metal Mario, but why would he need somebody to complement him when he's only a power-up for Mario? Officially, she was created to satisfy the need of a female-sized heavyweight driver in the game's roster. But why was there a need in the first place? Who is actually going to care? Still, I enjoy playing as her, since everybody hates her so much. But yeah, I just don't really think she was a very necessary addition. Before we get into number 1, I just wanted to give an honourable mention to Honey Queen. I still don't see much rationality behind her addition, as she was only previously in one Mario game, and was massive. They really shrunk her down to make her a playable character, and for almost no reason too. I am never going to let go of what an interesting character R.O.B is. I wouldn't even consider them to be a character, but more a freaking game console. Or at least an accessory. Rob was first introduced as an accessory to the Nintendo Entertainment System in 1985, and again in Kirby, for some reason, and again in WarioWare, for some reason, before being added to Mario Kart DS, for some reason. I do enjoy Rob's inclusion to the series, since he certainly is unique to say the least. And he was probably the first addition to the series that I would consider weird. This turned out to be the start of Rob's playability story, as he ended up being a playable character in the next 3 Smash Bros games. I love Rob, and his character carts, but he was just an incredibly random character to be included, especially when there were more prominent characters. So what do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Or are there more interesting inclusions that I missed out on? Whatever your thoughts, let me know. If you want to see more videos, then please suggest video ideas to me in the comments. I'm open to all suggestions. Thank you very much for watching.